Hi there, my name is Oliver for Tutorialpilot and welcome to our new text intro animation logo animation. Text intro logo animation. Sorry for that. Welcome to this cool tutorial. First, I'm going to show you what we will create today. Here we go. Some cool intro logo animation with all these metal effects around these Illustrator graphic, the thunder, the smoke, and the big smoke and the BG and all that stuff we will build in After Effects. And you need for that Trapcode Particular. We built the smoke in there with some cool presets. They come with this project file and you can download that on our website ILUMY.design, and just go to navigate to our tutorials, and then you can download the text intro tutorial including project files and all the stuff you need for that. So first, get started. Now go to new composition, make it HD, give them a frame rate of your choice and make it 10 seconds, and that's okay. Hit OK. First is we want to build our background. Go to Layer, New Solid, call that BG, make it comp size and hit OK. Next is go to Layer, New Solid, call that BG Carbon or whatever you like to. And now don't make it pure black, give it some grayish color, maybe like so. Hit OK. Again, comp size and OK. Go to your effects and presets and go to 3D threads. And with the carbon BG layer selected, this is what you got. If you double click on that, we will adjust the height and the width and height. I give them a value of 30 and 30 and overlaps 1. You can play with the settings so as you like. This is what you can achieve with that. Some very cool pattern effects with that. We leave it on 1, and with the BG carbon layer selected, hit T on the keyboard and give them an opacity of 40. So it's a bit darker. Okay. Next is we want to take care of our logo. For that, we bring in our Illustrator graphic. We recommend you to do that with an Illustrator graphic or with your own text. Both works. It will not work with a JPEG, but you can go on the internet and just search Google for tracing image in Illustrator. And here you got a bunch of quick tips how to achieve this, how to build from a simple JPEG or PNG a vector logo, and then you can use that in After Effects. Okay. Now, with your Illustrator logo selected, go to Layer, and then go to Convert Shapes from Vector Layer. If you do it with your own text, you can use Convert Layer. You can use Create Shapes from Text. That works also. We have to convert it from vector layer, and what this does is it gives you a perfect new shape layer built from your Illustrator graphic. Here you got all the shapes, and now we want to do this metallic effect. For that, with the shape layer selected, you have this little arrow icon here on the top which says Add, and we add a gradient stroke. Okay, and this appears under your contents of your shape layer, and we can adjust that, and we will do that. We go to gradient stroke, we give them more width, and as you see, here comes the metallic lighting, and we want to achieve or tweak the start and end point to have the lighting going on here on the bottom of the logo. For that, I bring all the start point up and the end point. So here we go. This is what we have. We bring the stroke width a bit down. Of course, I want to just have a small outline, like so. Okay, and then select your shape layer, string D on a keyboard to duplicate it, and go to the layer under the first shape layer. And again, we go to our gradient stroke. We bring the stroke width again a bit up, and we want to adjust the gradient. We give him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more colors. This one we leave on white. This one we give a little grayish color. This one again white. This one we give him a black color. And this one again a little grayish color. So that it looks something like so. And as you see, this is what's going on here. Hit OK. And we want to adjust also a bit the start and end point to have the lighting on the top, like so. Yeah, that's okay. Maybe we bring the stroke width a little bit down, like so. And one last time, string D on the keyboard, go again to the layer under the first one, go again to your gradient stroke, bring the stroke width up a bit, and play with the start and end point so that you get a cool metal glow going on there, just the way you like it. Okay? To give the logo the final touch, bring the Illustrator or text layer above all the other layers. Switch them on. Go to Layer, Layer Styles, and Bevel Emboss. I know that this is the old school style, but it gives them the final touch, and we will adjust it a little bit. We go to Bevel Emboss and bring the size to 1.5. Just want to have a little touch of lighting going on here. And now we have a very cool metal looking logo. Now we select the Illustrator logo and all the shape layers and go to Layer Pre-Compose and just call them Text Placeholder. Here we go. Move all attributes, hit OK. Next is we want to do a transition from left to right where the logo appears. Okay? Therefore, we need a new layer, new solid, and we call it wipe. Make it black. Hit OK. With the wipe layer selected, go again to Layer Pre-Compose. Call it wipe alpha. Hit OK. Then double-click the wipe alpha. And first is we want to have a turbulent noise on it. So go to Effects and Presets and go to Turbulent Noise. We will adjust the settings a little bit. We go the fractal type from basic to smeary. We want to increase the contrast a little bit the white, just a touch. Bring the complexity to 10. And maybe we leave the rest. Or we change, now we leave the rest. We leave it. Let's try it this way. Okay? Next is we need a linear wipe. Go to Effects and Presets and go to Linear Wipe. Just as the layer selected, double click on it. Here we go. We shut that down. So this is what we have so far, and this is what we will, what we need. So I want to start the animation on 1 second. I hit the stopwatch on transition completion, and I want to have this transition over 5 seconds. No, over 4 seconds. So I go to 5 seconds, and just bring them up to 100%. So this is the animation we built so far. That means in the composition, for now, you change the text placeholder to Luma, and this is what we have. Okay? And this is not the right way. We want it the other way around, so take Luma inverted. And this is what we have. So now it comes from this fuzzy background. If the wipe goes on to, that's where it stays. Okay? So that means we go to our wipe alpha. That means anything which is black in this alpha channel will make the logo visible, and anything which is white makes the logo invisible. Okay? So we need another wipe which goes from white to black to achieve this effect. Okay, for that we need a new layer, new solid. And because we need a white one, we call it also white. And we change, of course, the color to white. And we're OK. That works perfectly. Layer, new, solid. We call it white. Make it comp size, make it white, and hit OK. Here we go. And we rename that, of course, to black. Sorry for that. And this is the white. So again, we need the linear wipe. Just select the white layer, double-click linear wipe, and this is what we have right now. Okay? We go again to 1 second. And just a quick tip, we lower the opacity just for the adjustments and bring them down to 60. So now we can see what's going on in the background. So maybe here we start with the white layer selected. Again, hit transition completion. Go to the end and bring it again to 100. Okay? Don't forget, opacity back to 100. And this is what we have so far. Okay? Quick and dirty tip, you also can just copy paste the linear wipe from the black layer, but it doesn't matter which way around you do that. So first is, we give them white layer a feather to see what's going on here. And also the black layer a feather, so that we can see here the little things going on. And we want to have much more contrast, so we bring the white layer a touch in front, so we can see this is what's going on. Okay? We give them a new layer, adjustment layer, to crank up the contrast between all these. And therefore we use the curves with the adjustment layer, double-click curves. And now here you can increase the contrast between black and white. Here on the upside the white one, and here the black one. So there you got a very cool hard edge contrast. And remember, white will be visible, will be unvisible, black will be visible. So this is what we have so far. You can, of course, if you like to animate this turbulent noise, by giving here a time expression on the evolution, but it's up to you, just for information. So now if we go back to our comp, this is what we have right now. Here it comes, and as you see, we have all these little details going on there, which looks very cool. Okay? So the first steps are done. Next is, we want to have some glowing going on there. Therefore, we go to our project settings and copy paste the wipe alpha. Let's go to edit, copy, edit, paste, and rename that to wipe alpha glow. In my case, because I did the recording one more time and I did some mistakes there, we call it glow 2. Here we go. Then double click your alpha, wipe alpha glow. And what we want to have for this glow is, just want to have this one, this black area up here, so we need another white area here. And for that, we can achieve that very simple. We go to our white solid. Why it did remaining black that? Okay, sorry. We go to our white solid and just duplicate that. We hit R on the keyboard and rotate that by 180 degrees. And we go to our effect settings and change the transition position. So means we go to frame to keyframe 1, and with shift selected it snaps to the keyframe. We do select the end keyframe, hit C on the keyboard to copy, and bring this end, also holding shift, over the end, so that it snaps to the keyframe, and string V, just paste the other one. So we just change the direction, and now this is what we have. Anything is white, and this is because we bring that a touch backwards again, and now you can see this is what happens. We got only this black things going on there. Okay, this is what we want. So we go back to comp. We will bring in again our text placeholder, or just duplicate it, string D in the keyboard, and bring in our wipe alpha and change it to, no, we just hide it. So now we have that. Just hide the text placeholder, and this is what we have so far. It's just a reflection going from left to right. And of course, text placeholder, maybe we will rename that text placeholder glow. And with the text placeholder glow selected, go to effects and presets and give him a glow. What else? Here we go. And just crank the intents up and also the radius so that you get a cool glowing going on there. Okay. That's it. Next is select both of these layers and again string D on the keyboard. And for now what we do is we want to give them a much more intense glow for later, but we will do that right now because it fits better to the project. So select the glow layer, and before the glow give him a tint. Bring it above the glow and tint him an orangish style, like so. And increase also the intense, like so. We need that later, but for now, if you have anything on, shut on, this is what it does so far. It looks not so bad. Okay, next is we want to have some smoke layers on it for the background. For that, we go to Layer New Solid, and we call it Smoke. Make it black, hit OK. And then, if you download the project file on a website, it comes with a preset called ILUMY Fire, and for that, just type in, if you installed it, ILUMY, and then double click on ILUMY Fire, and this is what we got. It's a preset, it's pre-animated, it's pre-keyed. This is what it looks like. Some organic moving smoke simulation. For that, on default, vector blur is disabled. We will enable that and give him an amount of 10. That's enough, or maybe try 20. That's okay. Go to fractal noise settings and go to transform and bring the scale up. Something like so. Maybe 1000, it's okay. This is what we have right now. Next is, with the smoke layer selected, give him a mask. From the center, just hold down Shift and string to make a perfect circle. Okay. Then go to your mask and just, oops, sorry. Just bring the edges a bit elliptical, like so. Bring it above the wipe alpha, of course, otherwise it looks weird. With the smoke layer selected, hit MM on the keyboard, feather the mask, like so, and change the transfer mode from normal to screen. And here we have the smoke, the first one. That looks cool. Maybe lower the opacity a bit. Smoke selected, T on the keyboard, opacity to, let's try 75. To look. Yeah, could a little bit more opaque. Let's make 60. That's okay. Yeah, it looks fine. So we copy that again. Smoke layer selected, string D on the keyboard, and just change the mask. You want to have it here in the right area, like so. That's okay. And now, important, go to the second smoke, go to evolution, options, and evolution random seed, and just give them a random of 120. It's just because it does a randomness, so you don't have always the same animation going on there. And next is we do the copy for the right side, select the smoke, string D on the keyboard, and just bring the mask up to the right side, like so. Maybe a touch here, a bit more in the middle, so it got an overlap in there. And again, go to your evolution options and give them another random. Let's try 300, just to have another randomness going on. And this is how we did the background smoke. Very easy, very cool looking. Okay? So the next thing we want to take care of is we want to have some smoke coming together with the logo, and for that we use Trapcode Particular. So go to your effect. No, first make a new solid. Sorry for that, guys. Layer new solid, and we call it particle smoke. Here we go. Hit OK, and we apply, of course, Trapcode Particular. Go to effects and presets. Particular, here we go. And before we start with that adjustments, we go to composition, new composition, and call that particle smoke layer. Make it 200 by 200 pixels. Well, let's try make it 400 by 400. That's also okay. 400 by 400. 10 seconds. Be sure it's 10 seconds, that's important, or it's the length of your comp, and hit OK. Next is go to layer new solid, call it smoke particle. Make it comp size, make it black, hit OK, and again apply the ILUMY. Give him a mask. Shift string on the keyboard, and hit MM on the keyboard, and feather the mask down, and make sure that nothing comes here in touch of the edges, otherwise you will see that later on. So here we have some issues. Touch up. Here again also issues. As you see, it goes right to the edge, and we don't want that. Let's make it so. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, we leave it this way. This is okay. So back to our composition and to our particular settings. Now we have all done. First is a little bit, we bring the particle smoke layer just beneath the background layer, and we hide it. And now we can take care of the particles. Go to particular. First is we will animate the particles from left to right according to the animation of our logo. So it starts something like here. So we bring the position to here. View options, show layer controls, show layer controls. I don't know where this bug comes from, but it disappears always my control point here. You can achieve that by just hide and unhide the layer options as I did before, just to explain what it did here. So here starts my animation. So it means here starts my particles. First I give the particle seconds a stopwatch click, bring them to 0. Go to the next frame, just using page up and down, and give him, let's try 30, should be enough. And also give the position a stopwatch click here, and then I go all the way down to here, and I move the position from left to right to something like here, and also change the particles per second to 31, page down for 1 frame ahead, and bring the animation down to 0 so that no particles are longer emitted. Okay, this is what we have right now. Next is, we go to our particle settings and we change the particle type from sphere to textured polygon colorize. And here you have the texture layer, and here you can choose your particle smoke layer, which gives you this result. Looks not very interesting, but increase the size of the particles. This is what we have right now. Dark smoke. Looking extremely regularly, which looks bad, but we will change that. First is change the blend mode from normal to screen. This is first what it's looked like. Next is turn unmold on to get rid of these dark black edges. And next is go to your time sampling of the texture, as you see, and on default it's current time, and we change that to random loop. That loops your particles randomly from the beginning to the end. And what we also have is an issue if you do the unmold here. We have these issues here on the particles. So we change it back off. Just play with the settings. So, and we go to lighten. I'll leave it on screen, that's okay. And we change the particle layers transfer mode from normal also to screen. And now we got rid of all these issues. We got a perfect smoke gone on there. Okay. Maybe we can try to achieve the gravity of the particles. Here we go. Physics, and give the gravity a negative 10. So the smoke moves up. And now we want to play with the lifetime of the smoke. Of course, it stays too long here. Go again to particle. And we go to opacity over life and give him a gradient from top to bottom. Like so. Means as long as they stay as opaque they get. That looks cool. So we are nearly done. Maybe you can tweak it, maybe you see some issues again here with that, so you can go back to your particle smoke layer and just play with the mask settings to get rid of that. Maybe decrease the size a bit of this. Back. Now it's done, it's fixed. Okay. Next is we want to give them particles a bit of orangish color so it looks better. Okay. With the particles, we find here the color and we give them some cool orangish color, like so. And we bring the particle smoke between the first glow layer so that the glowing is on top of the particles, and we change the transfer mode from the glow layer we did from normal to add. Here we go. This is what we have now. That's what we built this glow layer on the beginning, if you remember, for bringing the particles between the background logo and the glow effect, which we did in the tint, as you remember, to have this cool lighting effect. Okay? So last, we bring in our lightning strikes. go to Effects and Presets, and type in Lightning and use the Advanced Lightning. And for that we need a new solid, layer, new solid. We call that Lightning. For me, it's call it Thunder. Make it comp size. With the Thunder layer, we go on top of all of these. Or let's go behind the smoke. Try that. And apply Advanced Lightning. Here we go. This is on default. You can change direction. It goes from top to bottom. So we change the light type to strike. We bring the origin point up to here. And this one to here. And just have a look. Here it starts. Bring it touch to here. And then animate the direction. Hit the stopwatch here. Go up to the way back to here. Here we go. And bring it just to here. And as you see, this is what we have so far. Before the first strike comes, no, go to the end, sorry. Go to the end, and here is where the lightning ends. And with the, just in the last frame of the move, where the thunder ends, just hit on the keyboard, string shift D to duplicate this layer, or to cut the layer in two pieces, and just delete the end. So this is what we have there, and we want to have it start just with the first movement here, and so we bring the thunder layer with the shift layer selected. It snaps to your anchor points here, just here, so it starts, moves, brings it in, and gone. Okay, now we will adjust the color style of this thunder. So you go to your glow settings, we give him an oranges, we pick from here. Okay, maybe try a bit more color, like so. Yep, bring the glow opacity to maybe 25, and the radius, the glow radius maybe to, let's try 30. A touch more, 40. So that we have just a cool thunder going on there. Here we go. Yeah, it looks very electric. We duplicate the thunder, just select it, string D, and the only thing you have to change here, because animation is also there, go to the origin point and bring it to something like here. So now you have two of these thunders, and now we do some color correction to give them a cool look. We go to our, we go to our, first we need an adjustment layer, layer, new adjustment layer, and we call that color correct. And with the color correction layer, go to curves, to effects and presets. Just attach first the red one. Give him much more red color, reddish look. And go to the blue one. So we've got oranges style. Maybe you will adjust the contrast a bit, go to RGB, bring a bit more light in, and bring it much more contrasty here. Something like that. That looks cool. Next is we want to do some fake depth of field. For that we need another adjustment layer, new adjustment layer. And call it, give him a fast blur. Give him a size of maybe 50. Here we go, yes. Repeat edge pixels, so we don't have these black anchors around there. Give him a spherical mask. Again, shift string on the keyboard to make a circle. Grab your circle edges and bring the mask to something elliptical looking. Maybe a touch down, like so. Then go to the mask settings, invert the mask, and hit with the adjustment layer selected MM on the keyboard and feather the mask, like so. And now you have a cool faked depth of field. Maybe I want the BG a little bit darker to do some final touches. Bring the opacity to 20. And it looks very, very dramatic. It's a very cool logo intro animation. You can change your text layer, of course, if you want to. It's very simple. You just go to your text placeholder. This is where all these things happen. You just hide that. And I show you the text version. Just type in Tutorialpilot, for example. Bring it to here. And this is where it comes and where it takes place. Layer, create shapes from text. Now we have the shapes. Again, here we go. Gradient stroke. Touch the gradient stroke, bring the stroke up. Here's the lightning. Play again with the settings. The end up to here, so maybe stroke a bit wider. So let's have a look. Let's play around with the settings like so. Here we go. It's not this easy, I thought. So, stroke width down and do the copies. Use this one, or just copy the content from this one. Gradient stroke, copy, paste it. Don't work. Okay, just was a test. Delete. Gradient stroke 2, just adjust it. Touch more, like so. Edit the gradient. Here we go. Touch more here, white. This one, just to get the idea. I'll leave it on this play and on this time just to give you the idea. This is how you do it with the text, and you have it, of course, already in your comp. Anything animated. It's just some simple changes to do that with your own text. If you want to do cool volumetric lighting going on there, I can show you that. If you're still with me, I show you that too. So you got a very cool idea how to do that. I just delete the both layers and the text again and just unhide that again. So to do a volumetric light effect, it's quite easy. You go to your composition and make a copy of the text placeholder, string D, and bring it just one touch above the BG and call that text glow or text volume. Okay. Next is what you need. You need the wipe glow. String D, duplicate it and bring it just about the text volume. Rename that wipe volume. Okay. And now you need an adjustment layer. Layer, new adjustment layer. And there you give them a CC radial fast blur. Okay, and bring the amount up and bring the text volume to alpha inverted and first, before we achieve that, have a look, just select the text volume, the wipe volume, and the adjustment layer, which you did, and pre-compose them. Layer, pre-compose, and call them volume light. Hit OK. Just double-click the volume light. And let's unhide that. This is what we have. Okay. And we have to change that to the wrong way. Let's try to fix that to Luma inverted. Okay, this is the glow. You can adjust the glow from standard to brightest, so you got much more light going on there. And this is the glow. And if you go back to your composition, you see here's the glow going on there, which makes it much more dramatic. Okay? You have to do the pre-composition because otherwise the CC radial fast blur takes care also of the BG of the background, and that doesn't look this fine. But hope you got the idea how to do some cool intro animations, logo intro, text animations, including Trapcode Particular, building realistic smoke. You can use the smoke technique for all you animations you need a little bit of smoke. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope you liked us on YouTube and Facebook. Follow us, watch us, and visit our website ilumi.design. Thank you for watching. My name is Oliver. See you next time. Bye.